Hey guys, how you doing? It's your friend and favorite real estate agent here, Steve Shane. I'm here to give you the uncut, unedited truth on how to build your real estate business bigger, faster, and stronger. All right, so today we got to talk about your most valuable asset. Now let's break down what assets and liabilities are. You're a real estate agent. You should know this very, very well. Liability is the thing that costs you. Assets are the things that earn you. Very simply. If it's costing you anything, it is not an asset. And if you don't own it, it is not an asset. But if you own it, it is an asset and it pays you. So what is your most valuable asset? Some people might say it's your time, Steve, and that's pretty accurate. But the difference is, if you and I are having this conversation, I think you have a pretty good idea of how to utilize your time. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that you are a winner in that neighborhood. Part two is some people might say your attention is your most valuable asset, and it is. It's a very valuable asset. But again, that's not, I'm assuming you know how to use your attention and your time. But today, what I'm going to talk to you about is the thing that most agents have in abundance and neglect in such a high level, and that is your email list. Yeah, your email list. We all have been taught and been told that email is dead. Email is messed up. Email is not working. But email is this amazing tool that helps you communicate with people for very little cost, if not anything. And you get to help people at a high level. And at the end of the day, nobody ever tells you what a real estate agent really is. What a real estate agent really is a community builder who uses customer service to make some money for themselves. We're community builders who use customer service to help make us money. Because the customer service is, I'm going to help you buy or sell a house. I'm not really in the sales business, it's customer service. But the community building part is the valuable information. The elite agents that I know who are selling hundreds, if not thousands of homes a year have a very, very, very accurate and dialed in use of their emails. Some people are going to call it your database. I'm not going to call it your database because here's the thing. We've been blasted so much by real estate coaches and gurus at your database, that we don't hear it anymore. Because it's not, it's like when mom and dad say, go clean up your room. Like, you're not really paying attention anymore because you've heard it so many times, it doesn't really hit the same way. So the reason why we're using email list is because it's such a valuable asset that I know you're neglecting. And here's what I'd like you to do is take your email list and I want you to subdivide it into groups. I want your dog owners, your families, your divorced people, your military people, your people who like to go crafting. I want you to separate them into a bunch of different groups. Because when we're talking about building community, now in our individualized, really hyper-focused marketing world, we have to speak their language. And if we're not speaking their language, we don't have their attention and we don't have their time, which are their most valuable assets. You following me here? So when you segregate your email list, your community, you're creating mini communities within your space. And a lot of people think that you need to invite people and you need to market to people, and you really don't. What you need to do is just be in front of them and have their attention and have their focus. And the way we get their attention and we focus is we talk to them about things that are important to them. If they are a dog owner, let me tell you about this cool dog event that's going to happen. Do I have to host it? No. Do I have to sponsor it? No. But I have to let them know I was thinking about you, and I was thinking about you in a specific part of your life that's important to you. And then when they are thinking about real estate, they're thinking about that person who cared enough about them to reach out and tell them about that dog event. If they're a military personnel, you can say, hey, we're throwing this military event. We would love for you to come because you are a valuable member of our greater community. And the people who are like the crafting folk, they may be kind of military focused, but that may not be their love. That may not be important to them, but the military folks, that's super important to them. So let's talk to them about what's important to them. Because you don't have to bring all the content. You don't have to bring all the information. Guys, here's a guest spot for my dog Bo, once again, drinking. Again, we're uncut, we're unedited, we're running and gunning. So let's talk about how we're going to do this. You're going to segment your groups in your CRM. Again, I'm going to assume that you are effectively using your CRM because that is your tool to leverage your email, and you're going to segregate them. And then you're also going to have a separate piece of paper in a Google Drive or something like that, and you're going to write down all the lists of the people that you are talking to, your dog owners, your crafters, your military, your families. And then you're going to weekly do just Google searches on things that affect those people. So you can let them know, hey, this cool event is happening. And let me tell you about it because I was thinking about you. Because I think in our society where we're so anonymous behind these screens and everything, it's so nice to be acknowledged for who we are. And to have people recognize us for who we are genuinely. And when we do that, we get an opportunity to have deep connections with people. And deep connections are really, really strong. And you may not sell a house to that person, but I think the deep connection is actually the valuable asset that you get to grow with that person and you get to see them expand. Because eventually they're gonna remember you for a referral. Eventually they're gonna want to buy something. You know, we're playing the long game with our marketing when we're marketing to our community that we're building. Part 2 of this whole process is you need to learn how to do Facebook ads. It's really simple. You need to learn how to do Facebook ads. It automatically syncs into your Instagram. It's in Facebook. You know, eventually you're gonna have to figure out how to do TikTok ads as that market continues to expand. And why I want you to do that is because you have this database. Oh, sorry, I used the bad word. You have this email list that you can upload into that system and market directly to them passively. So now I can show you through my email, through my texting, through my calls that I care about you by communicating directly to you. And then I get to put my billboard up. And as you're scrolling, you're like, oh wow, Steve's team is really doing great right now. He's an excellent real estate agent. So I have 2 different connections happening at once. I get to have a real bond with you as a person, and now you get to see me as a high-level real estate agent, but it's on your terms. It's not me coming at you and harassing you. It's on your terms. Seth Godin created this concept. Brilliant marketer, excellent writer. He talked about invitation marketing and interruption marketing. When we call somebody up and be like, hey, do you want to buy or sell a house? That's interruption marketing. You know, when we jump into somebody's DMs and be like, hey, I noticed that you were asking for a realtor. Let me harass you about that. That is interruption marketing. And interruption marketing does work. It's highly effective. That's why we have sales calls. That's why we have, giant, huge call centers making phone calls at a regular basis, because it does work at scale when you're doing lots of it. But when we want our ideal client to come in, we want invitation marketing. We want to say, hey, look at me, and when you're ready, come to me. And that's the most effective client we can have, because when they come in, they're educated by us, they love us already, they've already built a relationship with us, and then they come in. So make sure that you understand how to use that product to do your billboard, to shout out to your people. These are people that already know, love you, and trust you, that you're doing phenomenally well. And the thing is, they're not going to click on that ad, so it's not going to cost you a whole lot of money, because you only get paid per click. So you're going to have this billboard that's going to last for a long time. You could do $10 a week, and it could stretch out very far. But then on top of that, you're going to take your big audience that you've already created through your giant email list, and you're going to create what's called a lookalike audience. An LAA, lookalike audience, yes. And then so the strangers that you don't know, they're also going to be marketed, because they already fit the demographic of your community that you've already built. And now they are going to be getting invitation opportunities as well. And that's the power of using your email list. So now I get to love on my people, gloat without guilt, and then also have that for more attraction. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of what we can be using our email list for. I've already talked for almost 10 minutes here. And, if you're not taking time to dial this down and put it into action, you are losing money. Because those people in your database, they're scrolling on Zillow right now. They're scrolling on Realtor.com right now. They're hitting what's my house worth online. No matter what, they're going to be doing that no matter what. Whether you communicate with them highly or not, it doesn't matter. They're going to be interested about that. So how do we keep that relationship, that bond strong? And the way we're going to keep that bond strong is telling them that you care about them. by inviting them to cool events, by just letting them know that, hey, I was thinking about you. Just the simplest thing that you could do right now is call through your phone alphabetically and say hi to people and say, hey, how you doing? It's the most effective thing that you could do right now. And then double check to make sure that name is in your CRM, so you can communicate and go back and say, what did we talk about last time? Because if you're not doing that, you are wasting your most valuable asset. And that is the community of people that you have nurtured, built, and love on. And that is going to fund your life. How cool is it that you can get paid to build your community? You can get paid to hang out with the people that you enjoy the most. You can get paid to make other people's lives better and also hang out with them. Not many people get to do that. And you as a real estate agent and real estate team leader, you can build that life. And it's really cool, but you have to be intentional. You have to get into action right now. I know I gave you a lot to talk about, a lot to think about. So my challenge for you is this. Pick one thing to do. Go through that email list and subdivide it. Maybe that's the first thing you do. Maybe it's just an email blast saying, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing well. What's going on? And to see who's still active in your group. Or maybe it's, go hire somebody who's an expert at Facebook and Instagram ads or just social media ads, or go learn it yourself if you're an individual agent, because that tool will grossly help you crush the competition because they're not doing it. 98% of the realtors in this country are not taking care of their email list and their community, and those are people that you can pull into yours. All right. I am Steve Shane. I am passionate about helping you guys grow your business bigger, faster, and stronger. And if you like what you hear, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get notified whenever there's a new episode of The Daily Steve. Hope you guys have an amazing day. And if you want, I need to build my email list of your names. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, or DM me your email so we can be in community as well, because I need to build a community of awesome agents just like you.